Coming up on the show, our thoughts on what's happening next week at E3, the scheduling, and whether or not we're going to be able to stay up long enough to actually watch most of the conferences. All coming up. Welcome back to the Always Games TV show. It is episode 10 of the Always Games TV show. Tom, we're at double figures now. Finally, as he's munching. Are you having a sandwich? What are you having? As he's munching through. What are you having?
It's Chip Buddy.
Chip Buddy, good lad. The date is the 9th of June 2016. I am your host, as always, Roger Knowles. And Tom, munching on a Chip Buddy, is here as well. There you go. There he is. How are we doing, bud? You alright? So yeah, as I said with the intro of the show, we're going to be pretty much talking about E3, seeing that it is happening next week, and it's going to be a much shorter show than usual tonight. We're just basically going to have a little chat about our predictions, what's happening with the scheduling of next week, and then next week what we're going to do is we're going to discuss everything that is announced at E3, cram it all together into a really jam-packed show, and hopefully have a few other people as well to be able to give their opinions on everything. So yeah, there's going to be a lot more happening next week. But we want to do a video this week just to... bang my microphone. We'll do at least a show this week to basically just to say, hey, we're here, we're still here, blah, blah, blah. This is what our plans are. So, before that, how are you, Tom? What have you been playing this week?
Just the Far Harbor DLC for Fallout.
Far Harbor. You were playing that last week as well, weren't you? Or the other week when we did the show. You're having a few issues with the frame rate, and they said something about deleting the game and then re-downloading it again. Did that actually work?
It did, yeah.
Oh.
It's still got a few rough spots, but the main game does anyway, so they're not going to fix everything, but reinstalling it actually helps quite a lot.
All right, because it's the first time that I've ever actually heard of a developer or a publisher saying and advising to actually delete part of a game and then re-download it again.
Yeah, it's basically a quick fix. It'd take a bit longer to work on a full patch, so that was the recommended quick fix if you've got a decent internet connection. Otherwise, it'd take you quite a while because it's... Was it 6-7 gigs? It was something like that. It was pretty big.
I haven't bought the season pass for Fallout. I have to admit, I've just sort of stayed away from it. I will eventually go back to Fallout 4 and really get my teeth into it. I just didn't really capture me when it came out. So
you're a much bigger Witcher fan, aren't you?
It was my game of the year last year. It was my game of the year last year.
See, with me, it was the opposite. I've still got to play The Witcher 3. I haven't got the season pass, and I've got to. I think I went to a place called Velen. I think it's like a city.
Yes, it is. Yeah, I think it's because Fallout 4. I think I've mentioned this numerous times in the Always Games TV shows, but I think Fallout 4 just reminds me so much of Fallout 3, and I feel like I've already played it. And I think with Witcher 3 was so different for me with a lot of it was different to other games that I'd played really recently, that it captured me and pulled me in a lot more. So that's just me. But have you been playing anything? We've been playing a little bit of Siege. We should have recorded that game session we had. We are on about doing some recordings for the Always Games TV, or AlwayzGamezTV.com, and doing a lot more gameplay of me and Tom and a few others just playing about with some video games.
Not to mention Dead Island. That was fun.
Dead Island. Oh, yes, we've been playing Dead Island as well. We've had some really good sessions, actually. We need to start recording. Whenever we sit down, Tom, you need to tell me, Roger, get your Elgato, plug it in, and just start recording. You need to be more firm with me, Tom.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. Do you want to get the Elgato? Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we do need to do a lot more gameplay. We just so many. We had a few good sessions recently, and some funny, stupid things have been said. And I really wish I'd have recorded them because they were really, really good fun.
It was pretty funny.
But that'll be happening in the next 3 or 4 weeks. We're going to start. I'm going to try and gather together a lot of a bit of a library of gameplay footage of us both together, or a few others together, and then I'm going to go through and start editing it up, and then at least have a back catalogue, basically videos to release.
Back to the Splinter Cell days.
Oh yeah, if you're new to Always Games TV, scroll back down to some of the early videos that we did. They were a bit crap, to be honest, but they actually are quite good fun.
The co-op Splinter Cell Conviction video is hilarious.
That is really, really good fun. It shows off Tom's element of stealth, which is vastly different to mine. But basically, you go in with a shotgun, I go in with a silencer, and you kill the people before they actually realise you're there. That's not really stealth.
Yeah, but I never knew it was there.
It actually, yeah, I died more than you did.
Especially that guy in the office.
Oh, God.
That was so funny.
That is really. I'm gonna actually just be showing clips of that gameplay actually over the top of this when we're talking about it. But that was a really good fun session. We need more sessions like that, and we need to get more videos like that up on Always Games TV. I'd like to actually go back and edit that video a little bit differently than what I did back then because it was quite new to doing it for the YouTube, and so. But it would be interesting to see what my editing would be. Anyway. But yeah, so we need to have more sessions like that, and we need to do a lot more recordings, and we will be doing more. Just to forewarn you, Tom. Get prepared. So you can show off your rad skills on Rainbow Six Siege, and then me just getting blown up every 5 seconds.
I keep getting blown through walls and windows by those boomers. It's not good.
That's me, isn't it?
No, you're the one that shoots me in the back.
Said we weren't going to discuss that again. I've been playing pretty much SteamWorld Heist this last few days, at least.
How is that, anyway?
It's really good, actually. I'm going to be doing, all being well, a review for it for AlwayzGamesTV.com. We got sent a review code from them, Image and Form, which are really nice of them. So we're going to be doing a review of that. It's really good. It's been long waited because we actually played that at EGX, not this last year, but the year before. And then it came out on Nintendo 3DS, which at the time I didn't have a Nintendo 3DS. So it's nice to be able to actually get hold of it. And yeah, it just runs really smoothly. It's really a quirky game. I love the art style. I'm enjoying the gameplay. I'm playing a lot of it because it's been so nice weather that I've been sat out in the garden, relaxing, and actually doing remote play, which is actually one of my gripes of the game. Because it's not a gripe, it's more of just like, it would be better if they implemented it. It's actually cross-buy. So if you buy it on PlayStation 4 or buy it on PlayStation Vita, you get it for basically the other platform.
Yeah.
Which is great, fantastic. Problem is the save is not cross-platform. So if you start playing it on PlayStation 4 and let's say put 2 or 3 hours into it, then booted it up on your Vita, you start from scratch. Which is alright. Again, you've got 2 games, but it would be really nice to be able to transfer the saves over.
Were they ever going to bring that to tablet?
I don't know.
Because
I don't know.
Probably be quite a fun little tablet game.
It would. Oh, for an iPad and everything, tablet, that would be. It would suit it actually. It has the similar feel. It would. That sort of style of gameplay would work quite well. But it's a good game. I'm really enjoying it. I really am. It's just that was my own little gripe. So I've been doing remote play. So I actually had my PlayStation 4 on in the living room and then sat out in the garden and stopped playing it, basically streaming it live over the internet, over the Wi-Fi. So, yeah, so I've been doing that. So it's been good. And other than that, I still haven't completed Uncharted 4 yet. I'm getting through it, chapter by chapter.
Still haven't completed Uncharted 3 yet.
You need to I think we need to have a chat about the first 3, and then you can crack on with number 4, and then we can have a full discussion of it.
If you haven't played the Uncharted games, you can probably get the Uncharted collection. I think it's on offer on PSN.
I believe it is down to about 25 quid, if I remember correctly.
You can probably get it on Amazon for that anyway, but...
Yeah. It's worth getting. The Drake's collection is just... You get 3 games in one. Great value. And to be honest, I think 2 and 3 hold up really well graphically. Until you play
really
number 4. Until you play number 4, and then you're like, oh no, we've had a massive leap here. But no, it's good. I'm enjoying number 4. I don't think the pacing's quite there with what the originals had. The story's a little bit...
Really? Is it a bit slow? Or?
Yeah, it's really slow in certain parts. Which the original 3 had as well. They had moments of downtime and everything like that. It just, I don't know, it's hard to pinpoint exactly where the story sort of dips off a little bit here. It's just, you can tell it's developed by, or written by the guys who wrote The Last of Us, rather than the lady who wrote the first 3, and then she's gone off to EA now. You can see they've taken the reins. You can sort of see The Last of Us element within the gameplay of pacing, which is a lot slower. So it's still good. I'm enjoying it tremendously. And it's a gorgeous game. Good, great gameplay. I don't know, it's just not capturing me what it used to. And maybe I'm getting old. I don't know, Tom.
Haven't you like platinumed 1, 2, and 3?
Yes, I did on PlayStation 3. I platinumed 1, 2, and 3. I didn't platinum the Drake's Collection though on PS4.
Yeah, but you've pretty much done it, haven't you? Really?
Yeah. So I have played a lot of Uncharted in the past. A lot. I would just thought, I don't know, there's something about this one which isn't as... I think it's better than number 3, and it's better than number 1. It's not as good as number 2, in my opinion. That's what I said. Best one, number 2, number 3. Then I said, number... Come on. I'm very tired. Bear with me. Number 2 is probably the best one. Then it probably go number 4, number 3, and then number 1.
What made number 2 the best, in your opinion?
It was kind of... They basically perfected everything from number 1. Number 1 had a lot of elements where you went into like an arena area, and it was just like basically threw enemies at you, wave after wave, and you could sort of predict it was going to happen.
Yeah.
And whereas with number 2, they still had points of where waves of enemies were coming in, but it was more driven to there was a reason why they were there. There was a reason why they were coming in at you, rather than just be like, right, okay, this section will be another wave of enemies. Here we go. It was just sort of perfected it and really sort of hit the nail on the head of gameplay, story, and character, and you really believed in the people that you were meeting, and you were playing as Drake, and you really came across really, really well. Number 1's still fantastic, but it almost laid the foundations for what number 2 then could be built upon. And then number 3 came along. Number 3 is still very, very good. I just found there was certain plot flaws here and there which just didn't seem to tie up quite right. Still, gameplay fantastic, but because of that, it just sort of left a bit of a bitter taste. And I was like, I don't really understand that, or so on and so forth. But yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much what I've been playing for the last couple of weeks. So let's crack on with what we need to talk about, Tom.
Which is?
I need to go to bed.
Bye.
I'm really tired. I'm really sorry. So everybody who's watching, I'm really, really sorry if I slur my words or if I say things slightly wrong. I apologise now.
I'll finish this up. You go to bed. It's fine.
Anyway, I hit my mic. Hold on. We're okay. We're okay. Yeah, me and Tom have swapped places. Usually Tom's the tired, quiet one out here. So this week, Tom's going to be taking over, giving all the information out.
We're going to be a car show this week.
We're going to be the better version of Top Gear.
Yeah, the Chris Evans.
Put your glasses on.
Crap.
You could be the better version of Chris Evans. Put your glasses on.
I'd rather not. I don't want to be affiliated with him whatsoever.
I'll be Joey from Friends.
Yeah, I can see that.
Anyway, so scheduling for next week. What have we got, Tom? What have we got at E3? The first conference, which you actually brought up, which I totally forgot all about, that EA actually isn't there at E3. However, they're still having a conference.
On the 12th, the day
before.
Does E3 start officially on the 13th?
I believe so, yeah, on the Monday.
So the EA are hosting their own home sort of event on the 12th of June, which is interesting.
EA are doing a Nintendo here, because Nintendo quite often do this, to do their sort of release a video, but they're not actually sort of there. They're, at least I'm trying to remember, I'm getting tired, sorry. And they do release a video, and it's all sort of pre-packaged. And I've got a feeling that maybe EA might be doing something similar. Whether or not it's going to be an actual live conference from their location, or whether or not it's going to be a pre-packaged video, I don't know.
They're also showing off a 64-man match of Battlefield 1 on the Sunday as well.
Be interested to see that, actually. I'm looking forward to seeing some real solid gameplay.
There's some really interesting YouTubers who are taking lead of certain squads. It should be quite good.
Should be good fun, really entertaining. It's good that EA are doing this, actually pulling in YouTubers, because I think, well, to be honest, that's quite often what a lot of YouTubers do. They play the games, they're helping promote the game if it's good. Obviously, they probably will be getting paid for this, so they're going to be a little bit biased. But yeah, I'm interested to see the element of gameplay for this game. It's going to be good. I'm interested in it. That and Titanfall 2, which hopefully we'll see some gameplay.
And let's hope that comes to PS4. Because
yes, I believe number 2 is going to come to PS4 and Xbox One and PC.
And
if my sources are correct.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I've heard that there's going to be a full campaign or story mode that isn't sort of linked in to the multiplayer.
Possibly. Well, it was one thing that was missing
sort of rumored,
really from the first one on Xbox One and PC, because it was sort of integrated into the multiplayer, but it was sort of like a little bit. It didn't work. It just didn't work. I didn't care about the story. I didn't learn anything about the world in any way, shape, or form.
It was just a fun little shooter, really.
It was so much fun. I really enjoyed Titanfall. Really, really enjoyed it. I think that's one thing which was missing. Was our co-op story would be really nice. Interestingly
enough, I was really stealthy on that.
You mean you just shotgun people in the face, Tom?
No, I had a cloak and a pistol, and I killed everyone. It was great. Yeah. And then I dropped the mech.
I'm terrible at first-person shooters. I just used that auto-aim pistol. So it was like, hold it down for like 3 seconds, and it would then like go, boo, and you just fired once, it would kill someone straight away.
That was a bit overpowered, wasn't it?
Yeah, I actually killed people. It was great.
I like the mech mechanic where if it's like heavily damaged, you can tap a button and it ejects you into the sky and it goes up like
the whole visual aspect of that was great because he'd actually look down, pull the ejector seat, and you would fly. That would be a really good game in VR.
I think I'd be sick.
Yeah. Oh dear. But yeah, so EA is on the Sunday. I'm interested to see this, and this is actually the bit I'm excited about the most out of all what they're going to show at E3.
Mm-hmm.
During the EA conference, I'm predicting, this is my first prediction for E3, we are going to see three different Star Wars games.
Three.
I'm thinking 3. We know that the developers, Respawn developers of Titanfall 1 are working on a third-person Star Wars game, so we're going to see that one. Okay.
Can I speculate here?
Go on, go for it.
I'm hoping that they're going to use the assets and possibly maybe a game engine from 1313, the cancelled Star Wars game.
Ooh, do you think they're actually going to bring back 1313? Or are they going to be a whole new story?
Problem is, from that trailer, they had so much stuff and so many assets that it'd be a shame to waste them, wouldn't it? Really,
it would actually. I got to admit, the gameplay that was shown for that did look quite interesting.
Think about fun as well. Depending on how much they've got, think about how much that would fast track a game to complete.
Oh yeah, if they can just pick up the pieces because they brought. Oh, I'm gonna butcher her name. Basically, we were on about the lady who wrote first, second, and third Uncharted, and I believe she's writing this story. Ooh. I believe. So that would then fall into her aspect of gameplay, which is obviously Uncharted being a third-person adventure action game. So we've got that game. So that's going to be one Star Wars game.
Battlefront 2.
Yeah, I guess we could see Battlefront 2.
Is that going to be a fourth then, do you reckon?
I never thought about that.
Because there was rumoured that there was about 5 different ones in the works, wasn't there? It's quite a lot.
All right, okay. Screw it. we're going to go for 4 Star Wars games. It's going to be Star Wars galore during the EA conference, okay? So yeah, the third-person action game developed by Respawn, Battlefront 2, or whichever, Battlefront. Could they call it Battlefront 2? Or it'll be Battlefront something, something, something.
Tell you what I'd like to see is a new Star Wars RTS like Galactic Battlegrounds.
There's going to be 5 Star Wars games. So yeah, so anyway, that would be really, really good.
Nice
RTS.
So they've got Battlefront, which is a first and third person shooter. They'll have this other third person one, which could be. I don't think they're going to do too many more third person ones because it's just too much. I think they're going to mix it up. At least I would have thought.
But I'm still thinking we're going to get a third one. I think we're going to get some form of like Star Wars Rogue Squadron. A game where it's going to be set within X-Wings, something along those lines. But I definitely think we're going to get the 3 games. Definitely 3 games.
I hope they make an open world one, like Skyrim or something.
I'm so excited! I can't wait. We've only had one Star Wars game really come out, which is Battlefront.
That's so cool.
I'm not including the iPhone games, which I do play, but I don't really include that. I'm talking about console PC releases here.
Battlefront was a bit of a letdown for me, but they have just announced. I've sold it, admittedly, but they have announced a DLC that sounds interesting, and that's the Best Spin DLC.
Your Best Spin, you get Lando Calrissian, and you get Dengar.
I don't know what that is.
Okay, Dengar. We need to watch Star Wars again. Anyway, Empire Strikes Back. There's the line of bounty hunters.
Yeah.
And there's one which he's pretty much dressed in white, and he's got lacy cloth. Like all you can see is his face, like that, because he actually has got scars and stuff. You don't see him, but they're all covered up.
I remember Boba Fett.
Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Cool. Yes, Boba Fett's there. Everybody loves Boba Fett, but Dengar is
probably
cool.
what one of the games is going to be about.
You might remember Dengar from Robot Chicken. No?
I remember that guy with the 18 different disguises.
Oh, Prune Face.
Perkins.
No. Oh, no, man. I thought you meant Prune Face from Robot Chicken. Anyway. Moving swiftly on. So that's going to be the EA conference on Sunday.
What's your other predictions then?
My other predictions, what else did I put down? Oh, that's going to tie into the PlayStation conference, and which one do you think I want to tie into? I'll say that one at the end. So yeah, one's going to tie into the PlayStation conference, and then I'll say the other one at the end. I don't really know when that's going to be announced. It'll be announced during either Sony or Xbox conference. But yeah, so then after that on June 13th, oh, actually, June the 12th, it's going to be our birthday, bud.
Yeah.
Tom's birthday.
Yeah, if Battlefield 1 video's a bit crap, then I'm not going to do anything.
just now. Well, anyway, we can have a bit of a gameplay session that night because I'm not working the Monday. You don't work Mondays.
No, I don't work Mondays.
So
I'm going to record some funny shiz.
Funny shit, yeah. Yeah, we can actually record a gameplay session. That'd be good. But then on to Monday, June the 13th, which is my birthday. I and Tom have birthdays back to back.
What are you getting me?
Well, I mean, so Bethesda's conference is going to be on. I'll get you something nice, but we won't talk about it on the show.
I'm good.
This is going to be a... I'm going to have to watch this one after it's shown, because it's going to be at 3 a.m. on June 13th.
Well, I'm skint, so I'm going to get you a pot pie.
Oh.
I don't have enough money for that either.
Fills me up, so fucking knock me down, don't you?
Yep.
We need to talk about video games. So it's distracting me. Bethesda, yay!
This intrigues me. Last
year was their first sort of standalone E3 conference.
The very first,
Showed Doom. They showed something else.
Dishonored?
Yes. Then they showed out Fallout 4 Shelter on iOS and Android. And then they showed out Fallout 4.
Yeah.
What do you think they're going to be? Because that was actually probably one of the strongest conferences from last year. Now, to be honest, Doom's out.
Oh, I've got rumours.
Go on. What rumours?
One of the rumours I've heard is they're planning on remastering one of their old games, and well, I say old. The rumour is it's Skyrim, and they're
Skyrim
up to date with mods and stuff for PS4 and Xbox One, like Fallout, which would make sense.
Have they introduced the mod system yet to Fallout 4 on console?
On Xbox, yeah.
Xbox, but not PS4 yet.
There's a big hoo-ha online because a lot of the mod authors are on the Nexus, which is a really big Bethesda. Well, it's not Bethesda. It's a big modding site for all Fallout, Skyrim, several other games.
Mm-hmm.
People are stealing mods from that site and uploading them to Bethesda.net, so you can get them on consoles. But the mod authors are getting really angry because they're trying to update the mod to work on consoles, and the people that are updating it without, full of bugs and problems, and then people are playing in it, and the persons that loaded it are sending them back to the mod author, and the mod author well, it shouldn't be uploaded in the first place because it's not the one that they.
I think there's going to be some massive growing pains here with mods to consoles. It'll iron itself out eventually, but I think it's going to take a bit of time.
There was another rumor actually as well about the Elder Scrolls 6, and it was rumored that it might be set in Valenwood, which. I think.
Do you think we're going to see anything of like Elder Scrolls 6 anytime soon?
I think it's a bit early, but if you remember, Fallout 3 came out in 2008. And in 2010, Obsidian, which is a separate company that makes... It's not the same company that made Fallout 3. It was like, anyway, they made New Vegas, Fallout New Vegas, which was quite good, actually. And then in 2011, a year after New Vegas, Skyrim was brought out. And then, was Fallout 4 last year, 2015?
Yes, it was last year.
So then there was a gap of 4 years.
We're not going to say anything, bud. We're not going to say anything for a while. It's a shame because I would rather play another Elder Scrolls than play Fallout 4.
I think we will see something.
Yeah? Do you think we're going to see something at E3? Is that going to be one of your predictions?
I'm going to say, I think they're going to...
They need something going to hit.
They're going to reveal something.
Yeah, there's something going to be big that's going to be revealed.
Yeah.
So you obviously... Yeah, I heard about the rumours of Skyrim getting remastered, possibly. So that'll be interesting. But so you think we're going to see an actual Elder Scrolls 6? Even a screenshot or a artwork design?
Do you remember the Skyrim trailer? It was sort of like the wall, like the mural of all the dragons and the tapestry time or whatever it was. Could be.
But I did. You see, the thing is, the reason why I think they might not is because Fallout 4 had a very short announcement and release date, and they got a lot of praise for that.
Yeah.
Do you think? I don't think we're going to see anything of Skyrim, man. Oh, Skyrim, Elder Scrolls.
It's hard to say.
But
Really hard to
depends
say.
what else they've got to announce because they've got a full conference to fill up, and all we've said is possible Elder Scrolls 6 and remastered Skyrim.
Dishonored
What
2
else are
will
they
be
gonna
in there.
Dishonored 2. Maybe some new IPs.
Possibly.
Be interesting. I've got to admit, I've been intrigued to see what they do actually get to say in this conference. But I won't be staying up to watch it. Not 3 a.m.
No chance.
I'll rewatch the stream of it later the next day, and then on June 13th again at 5:30 p.m., which is a much more reasonable time here in the UK. We've got the Microsoft conference. So I think E3 2016 is going to be pretty much the most talked about topic is going to be these upgraded consoles.
Oh yeah, I forgot about them.
Yeah, I think we're going to actually see, hear, and basically get a price and a release date for this upgraded Xbox One. I'm sure of it. What are your thoughts?
Officially, Microsoft have not leaked. Well, they haven't said anything about an upgraded Xbox. The official statement was they weren't going to do one, I think.
That was a while ago, though.
Yeah.
And then there's been rumours that there is actually one in development, which will be more powerful than the PlayStation 4.
Yeah, about a third.
PlayStation 4's upgrade, should I say.
Yeah, which is silly.
I think there's going to be a little bit of an interesting discussion after all this. I think it'll be. I'd like to hear everybody's thoughts. Yours, Mark's, Carl's, Luke's whole thoughts on the Always Games TV show. Once we see what they are, what the price is, and when they're coming out. I'd like to see everybody's reaction on that. Yeah, I got to admit, I don't know what to really expect at the Microsoft conference. More games, more talking about how many they've sold. Are they going to... Because is Vive or Oculus meant to be tied in with Xbox One as well? Are we going to see some VR as well, do you think?
Probably, yeah, because it is about the right time for VR.
So I think we're going to see a little bit more with that.
Well, that's a point, isn't it? Because they might tie that in with a new console.
Which I think Sony are as well. Which they'll be like, oh, let's see it. Check out some more PlayStation VR.
I don't know. The way it makes me feel is it's sort of leaving the people that have already got like PS4 or an Xbox One sort of behind. It's kind of, I don't know. Because they're going to be a lot.
It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what everybody's reaction is going to be to this. So then again on June the 13th, 8 p.m. is the PC and Gaming Show, which will be a lot of, have you seen this graphics card? Not only does it play games even more, it lights up in 3 different colours.
I reckon there'll be Star Citizen there with their big reveal of that. I don't know, maybe the story mode release date or something like that.
Are we going to get a final version 1 release date?
Probably not.
No. We'll need another few million.
And another 2 years.
Me and you have had some heated discussions about this, in all honesty. We have. You're like, no, Roger, you should play the game. It's ready to be played. I'm like, I'm sick of it. I'm not going to play it.
It's not ready to be played yet. No way.
I thought you said it was ready to be played.
They've added like an open world bit, so you can go out and explore and stuff. But
Yeah. How much is it?
I don't know. I think you can pledge like.
How much is it? I don't know, but you can pledge some
Well,
money.
you can get the starter pack for like, is it £25? And then if you wanted,
Yeah,
you can
that's
go
not
and
too
spend 11 grand. It's completely up to you.
Oh yeah. No worries. Let's go fucking trade in my real car for a virtual ship.
You'll need 2 of them.
Maybe a bit more, actually, 2.5 cars. But yeah, so again, well, you're a little bit more in the PC gaming than I am, and I've just typed in my wrong password to my phone. There we go. Just keep my notes up. So you're a lot more into the PC gaming than I am.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll be catching this?
Yeah, I'll have a look, but I haven't really been doing much on my PC as of late. So
No, I've been focused more on consoles more than recently. So again, on June the 13th, it's going to be a busy day, Monday. Busy day. June 13th, 9 p.m. We have got the Ubisoft conference, or Ubisoft conference. Depending how you want to say it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Really
So that was your anticipated
They've been
game of
teasing that on
2016. Do you think we're going to get a release date this year?
I thought, haven't they already given one?
Have they? Oh.
Have they?
Okay. I may have missed this.
I may have made this up.
No, don't worry. Bear with me. It's me just probably not paying attention to things.
Oh.
Rainbow. Fill in this time. Says things.
I made this up. It makes it funny. It doesn't. I don't know what I'm doing.
Wildland.
We there yet?
Not quite.
How about now?
Nope. Shut up. Release. No, to type in release date. Probably bring it up quicker. Release date. We've got.
I wonder if they're going to make a new Alien game or Predator.
That'd be nice.
Hmm.
Come on. I thought I'd just type it. I thought it might be like a wiki page or something.
Like, I don't know.
Going onto Ubisoft website, just like flashing Ubisoft. It's like, wait, come on.
I might have made it up.
On the Ubisoft.com, it just say release 2016.
Close enough.
Now you've said that, though, I am thinking that there is a release date being announced for that. Well, maybe that's just you fooling me.
This is 2016. What do you think? November? October?
I'm thinking November.
I'm thinking November, push back to February.
Yeah, actually, no, that's a fair point. Yeah. Yeah, that's quite a good shout, actually.
Isn't that what happened to Mass Effect and Andromeda?
Mass Effect,
No
it
Man's
happened
Sky.
to Watch Dogs.
Which is set number 2. Have we already talked
Yes.
about that?
No, we'll talk about that at the end.
Okay.
We'll get to the end of the conferences.
What was I?
So yeah, Rainbow Six Wildlands. Do you think we're going to get tiredness and kicking in a little bit more? Slurring words. Do apologise.
We'll get Assassin's Creed.
Because we didn't get one last year, did we? Or this year, even. I can't think. What we're getting the film this year?
We had Syndicate.
Assassin's Creed.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Syndicate.
they said
Yes,
they're
that's
making a
right. Sorry.
game
This year we're not getting it. No, we're not getting an Assassin's Creed at all.
Yeah. Hopefully they'll.
I think we're going to get a Splinter Cell.
I really, really hope you're right because that was awesome. Blacklist. I really enjoyed Blacklist, but it wasn't as good as the older titles.
I enjoyed the multiplayer, Spies vs. Mercs.
Yeah.
Oh, good fun. I enjoyed that. But I like co-op missions within Splinter Cell, like when we did with Conviction. That was really good fun. Really, really good fun. But yeah, no, again, interested to see what else. We're going to probably see a lot of, which we just said, actually, we'll bring it up now, actually. Watch Dogs 2 got announced a few days ago with a CGI trailer. So, and it's coming out November. So, we're probably going to see loads of gameplay on that. It's nice to see that they're actually going to have a short release from announcement to release date than what they did with Watch Dogs 1, which was like a year and a half, 2 years or something stupid. So it looks like they've basically learned a lesson on that one, which is good. What else? We'll probably get some dancing games as usually from Ubisoft. A little bit of swearing. I always find Ubisoft conferences, they go in a little bit more relaxed. So there's like drop a couple of F-bombs and they're all like, yeah, do you not remember? from last year's like conference, they were a little bit more like, we're cool. That was me trying to be cool.
Last year's conference.
E3 2015.
I think I remember seeing something about robotic dinosaurs.
I think that was Horizon New Dawn for
Yeah,
Sony, wasn't it?
Yeah. That wasn't Ubisoft,
Sony.
was it?
No, it wasn't. But talking of Horizon New Dawn, I think it's Horizon New Dawn.
Is it Zero Dawn? Zero Dawn?
Zero Dawn. Sun's coming up.
I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Admittedly, it is coming up to 20 to 11 on a Thursday night. We're both pretty tired. It's been a hot week. Warm. It's not sleeping well. So finally, on June the 14th at 2 a.m. To be honest, I might even stay up for this one.
I won't. I'm working.
I know I'm meant to be working on Wednesday as well. I've got pretty much a lot of next week off, but if I can get Wednesday off, then I'll be watching this live. Sony will be having their conference at 2 a.m. June the 14th. Well, as a lot of you probably know, I own a PlayStation 4. I don't own an Xbox One. Kind of biased when it comes to a lot of the games. So this is going to hold my interest more than out of any of the other conferences. Be interesting to see what PlayStation 4.5 or 4K or whatever they're going to go with. Yeah. But actually, this brings into my official second prediction. So we had the Star Wars one at EA, all the apparently billions of Star Wars games that they're going to have at the EA conference. My second official prediction is Hideo Kojima is going to open the conference. So they're going to be like, PlayStation, blah, 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 blah. And the first thing that walks out person is going to be Hideo Kojima, and he's going to be talking about his new game that he's developing.
I think it's too soon.
You think?
Yeah.
Ooh. No, because the thing is, he's under PlayStation sort of... His game's going to come out on PlayStation, right? Wouldn't it be amazing if Sony just go out and just say how wonderful we are?
He's only just nailed his emblem, though, hasn't he? Or his logo.
Yeah, but then they'll show that, and then they'll talk about how his game's going to be basically the next amazing game of all time. And it's going to be using new things and new elements, and it's going to blur the lines. Yeah, it's going to blur the lines between reality and digital. And then David Hayter walks on and punches him.
I don't think that's going to happen.
No, that's right. But definitely Hideo Kojima is going to walk out, and I think he's going to be basically promoting PlayStation, promote his new game, and all that.
Do you think he'll get an awesome translator that doesn't translate it properly?
He has his own translator that comes.
Yeah. I think you should get someone really funny to do it.
Hey guys!
Like Samuel L. Jackson.
You have to just bleep out most of the stuff he says.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's my second prediction. Hideo Kojima is going to open the PlayStation conference at E3. And then, like I said before, we're going to hear a lot about PlayStation 4.5. I believe we're going to get a price, which is going to be, I bet, about 400... Ooh. No, I think it's going to be about £400 for the PlayStation 4K. And...
I think 500.
500?
Yeah.
We will see. And it's going to be released end of November. To tie in with the release of PlayStation VR, which will also... Is it also going to be in November?
I don't know. I've been following it.
I'll double check that again.
Yeah, I know it was Morpheus, and then used that in years. So...
Yeah, it's been a little while. But yes, I think that's going to be announced and be released at the basically end of November. £400. You think 500? And they're going to be focusing a lot on PlayStation VR. We're going to see a lot of that, mainly because that's basically on the horizon. Then we're going to see an absolute bucket ton of No Man's Sky, which will be basically the same footage we've seen over the last few years. Which I do want to apologise, but I did come down kind of hard on No Man's Sky's sort of delay on the last episode. It's just that I've seen so much of it though, and a lot of what I've seen has been very much the same stuff, and I just really want to play it now.
I've only seen like two different trailers, and they haven't really shown that much off. I
think IGN did basically a bit of a gameplay video of it, and it was like 20 minutes long. And it just seemed
The,
They're not the same.
they
as what I've
showed
already
off
played.
gameplay, but they didn't really go that much into it. They only showed a couple of things, and it wasn't really in depth. There's still a lot that they haven't shown.
I think I said on like the last episode that I do believe that this game is going to be a bit of a flash in the pan. I think after 2 or 3 weeks, people are going to get bored and they're going to move on very, very quickly. I think it's going to be a good game, but I just don't think there's going to be a lot there to hold people.
I find that a story is what normally pins people down.
It helps create and builds the universe.
I suppose this game's basically is going to rely on your imagination and making your own fun, I think.
Then this also then brings me to my final prediction, which this game will probably be announced at some point during one of these conferences. Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor 2, I believe, will be announced and also will be released in November. That is my final prediction for E3.
Has there been anything on Shadow of Mordor 2?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Are you sure it's not just a standalone sort of title?
How do you mean?
Like, 'cause sometimes they do like certain games and they'll only do one in that particular series.
Oh no, they're going to be definitely. It did really well. It did really well. We're definitely going to see another one. We're definitely going to see another one. Basically, that game was almost a little bit like the idea of when Assassin's Creed 1 came out. It's a bit sort of repetitive. Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor did become a little bit repetitive, but they had great foundations for making a sequel, which would be basically 10 times better.
Like Battlefront and Titanfall.
Yeah. Yeah.
Year of the sequels.
Yes, the year of the sequels. And the sequels to consoles.
The sequels.
Sequels. So yeah, that's my final prediction for E3. What is there anything that you're really, really looking forward to hearing more about?
Ghost Recon. Wildlands.
Yes. Ghost Recon Wildlands. I'm actually looking forward to seeing a little bit more about the game which was announced last year, which we did a video on, and I'm trying to remember the name of it.
Was it the night one?
Yeah.
For Honor.
For Honor. Yes. We haven't really seen a huge amount more about that, or I at least haven't. And still interesting to get my hands on that.
Can I tell you my predictions? Right.
Go on, go for it.
Left 4 Dead 3.
Ooh.
There's not really been anything said. And it's probably not, it doesn't exist, but I'm going to say
I'm going to write these down, actually, what you're saying to me. So, Left 4 Dead 3.
Why not? They're probably not making one, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Should we just go on and say Half-Life 3?
Oh. No, that'll be at least another 10 years. And it won't be Half-Life 3.
Oh.
I mentioned Dead Island 2.
Dead Island 2? Yeah, because we saw a trailer for that last year. CG trailer.
Year before.
Was it year before? We haven't really seen anything since, have we? We've been having a few issues with that game, haven't we?
It swapped studios. It went from Jaeger. They made Spec Ops: The Line, and they've moved it over to one called Sumo.
Mm-hmm.
And they've made a lot of big titles that I don't remember the names of. And what was my other... I've got it in this chat box.
You did say one earlier, actually.
Oh, it's gone. It's gone. I don't remember what it was now. Elder Scrolls 6, did I say?
That was it, yeah. Elder Scrolls 6.
I think I might see one. Maybe. And...
If whoever gets these predictions right...
I don't remember.
Do they have a takeaway bar for them?
Yeah, like a £3 kebab.
£3. 3 best kebab, £3. Yes. So that kind of sums up. We're gonna basically, this episode is kind of very, very thin on the ground. We're just basically just giving our ideas, what we're hoping to see, what we're looking forward to seeing. Next week is going to be the show where we're going to go into full depth because we're going to know what's been announced. We know what's going to be shown. Say again.
Dawn of War 3. We'll see that. We've only seen
War 3.
Little cinematic trailer,
But yeah, be able to talk a lot more about it, and hopefully get a few more on the show as well. And yeah, so should be basically have a much more full out show, and hopefully I'll be a bit more awake. I'm really, really tired. I'm just exhausted. I'm absolutely exhausted. And I'm gonna go play some more SteamWorld Heist. I think these next few days.
Even now, now you go to bed.
No, I'm gonna go to bed. Definitely gonna go to bed. And we need to start recording more videos, Tom.
I'm going to go watch the last episode of Daredevil Season 2.
Oh, how are you finding it?
It's awesome.
It's good, isn't it?
On
It
the
is good.
last episode.
I'm glad you've got into those because, like, you were struggling a little bit with the Jessica Jones after you watched Daredevil 1.
Yeah, if you watch Jessica Jones, get at least halfway through the season because the first 6 episodes are slow, but then
Very
it gets
character
really...
building, aren't they? The first 6. But I think it's because when I watched season 1 of Daredevil, there was quite a few months until then I watched Jessica Jones when that was released, and it's sort of like you literally went from watching the first season going straight onto Jessica Jones, and the problem is with that is that by the end of Daredevil season 1, it's very pace is really picking up, and then when you watch Jessica Jones, it just dips straight back off again. Obviously, they're not the same TV series; they're set in the same universe, but not the same TV series. I'm interested to see what else they're going to do with those TVs, Netflix series, because they've got Luke Cage series coming.
Yep, they've also got Punisher.
He was good. He's good. Punisher, the guy from Walking Dead, he plays that role really, really, really well. Very graphic as well in season 2 of Daredevil. It's when the drill gets put into his foot. Nasty.
That was good.
But yeah, that pretty much sums up what. So I'm really tired. I want to go. I'm trying to find that last little bit of energy just to give a bit of an outro for the show now.
What were we talking about?
I don't know. Video games and stuff.
We missed anything.
Probably.
We're going to talk about something at the end. Watch Dogs 2?
Watch Dogs 2. Yeah, we mentioned that with the Ubisoft conference. Basically, we're really, really sorry about how this is not as professionally put together, but we will be back next week. And just to make sure that you, possibly, if you do want to see any more of our content, head over to www.alwayzgamestv.com. We are rebuilding the website slightly. It's under maintenance at the present moment, so some of the links might not entirely work, but hopefully by the end of this weekend, everything should be up and running smoothly. Basically, just sorting out a bit of background coding, basically, just to sort out with phones and tablets and everything like that, so it resizes everything correctly. So that's happening. And if you want to check out more videos as well, head over to youtube.com/AlwayzGamesTV. Check us out on Twitter, which is @AlwayzGamesTV, and like our Facebook page, which is /AlwayzGamesTV. And you can check me out on Twitter @TheGeekKeeper, and we can also check you, Tom, out. Actually, I'm going to have to... So that's my Twitter handle. So you can head over to Tom's @OutcastReaver. Tom, thank you so much for pulling me through this show.
I've crashed myself.
I'm going to say we're both burning fast. We will have much more energy next week, I promise. We're just struggling this week. It's just... We're English Yorkshiremen who have had blazing heat for the last week, and we're not used to it. So hopefully it'll go back to being cold, wet, and windy next week. And we'll be fine. We'll be all right. Yeah.
Maybe.
Tom? Good night.
Bye.
Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.